Experts say there is no epidemic of aggressive behaviour in Singapore children. The video of a secondary school student shouting at his teacher went viral in recent months and has raised questions about children's behaviour in and out of the classroom. Is there cause for alarm? Are children here showing more troubling behaviour? Tan Chiu-yi finds out in this week's Spotlight.
Secretly filmed in a secondary school classroom, this YouTube video shows a student yelling at his teacher after being told to go back to his seat. He also demanded the teacher say sorry, and the teacher did. The video was posted on multiple websites and seen with shock by hundreds of thousands of internet users.
I think for a start we have to remember that these things probably have been happening forever since school started, children getting upset, disrupting a classroom and yelling and that now we're just able to be a lot more aware because of things like smartphones, YouTube. There's always been difficulties like this in classroom, and I don't think it's an epidemic of aggressive behaviour by students.
Statistics at the Institute of Mental Health's Clinic for Children show no alarming trends. Patient numbers at the Child Guidance Clinic have been stable in recent years. It sees between 2,500 and 3,000 new patients every year. And the largest group of them, about 20 to 30%, suffer from disruptive behavior disorders like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. And many have asked if this or a similar condition could explain what happened.
We've only seen a minute plus of a child's life in a 6-hour whatever school day. We don't know what's going on before, after and sideways from that incident. You know, if someone took a minute, filmed a minute of our life, it could be used to explain anything.
Counselling programs in school were unheard of in Singapore as recently as 15 years ago. But today, every school under the Education Ministry has a full-time counsellor. Ms. Ching is one of them.
Usually when a defiant student comes to us, it's actually a behaviour that we see. So it's like a tip of the iceberg. They could be feeling angry, but beneath the emotions could be fear, it could be grief. So we need to really talk to the students to find out. And everyone would be different. Every student would be different.
School counsellors tell me the majority of Singapore students are coping well mentally and emotionally. But a small group of them need more help and guidance. At this secondary school, about 10% of the student population seek or receive counselling. What's that about? Above or below? The most common problems are relationship issues with parents, friends, and sometimes teachers. This hasn't changed over the years. But what's relatively new in schools and classrooms all over the world is the presence and power of smartphones to take pictures or videos and put them up instantly on the internet. Since the classroom confrontation video went viral, the boy at the center of it has become an unlikely hero for some students.
I saw many comments of how even common teenagers who actually supported what the child was doing.
One fear is that the video could prompt copycat behavior, not just in defying authority, but also the act of filming in class.
A young person at the age is not cognitively mature to handle some of this content, so they literally take in that content that they see as the norm, and they start taking out into reality and start behaving in that way. Schools in Singapore have different policies for smartphones in the classroom, but a common rule is students are not supposed to use them during lessons. Still, quite a few students I asked here tell me they've seen their classmates check or even use their phones on the sly.
All the time.
What do they use it for?
Like text or play game.
The teachers will confiscate the phones and it will be kept until the end of the day. Then your parents have to come and collect it.
You are allowed, but you are not allowed to own it.
Yeah, like a lot of my classmates. Check WhatsApp, Facebook, message.
Under the table. Depends on maybe sometimes the class too boring.
So secret filming or photo taking is uncommon,
although having smartphones does give students a ready source of distraction in class. But educators say banning phones is not a solution.
Most importantly is not to stop technology, but to teach the student how to use it appropriately, and productively.
The race is on for both teachers and parents to educate the young, because technology is simply not going away.
Definitely the effect of social media is there. So I think as parents, we really got to monitor their activities on the net.
The exposure level, because now it's like, although he's 5 years old, he's able to like type in whatever he wants to watch in YouTube.
Technology and all this development are just moving at a very supersonic pace, and the children are always the first one that jump on board this travelator, if I may call it, and they're just zipping fast ahead and leaving many of the adults in the dust. And often we are not able to catch up because of certain fears, inhibitions. We always think that it takes very long to set up a particular social media account, or we have fears about viruses, privacy issues. But for all this, the kids, this is not their concern.
There is no available research on the impact of smartphones and what they offer on children in Singapore. But the country's main cyber wellness counselling agency says it's seeing more cases of behavioural issues linked to mobile technology. In 2013, Touch received more than 360 hotline calls from parents or children seeking help for cyber problems, from pathological gaming to internet addiction. That's almost one call a day, and cases are getting more severe.
Punching parents, hurting classmates, and it's slightly different comparatively to a few years ago, where it was all just about banging the keyboards and the mouse. That's all, and you throw a bit of tantrum here and there, just sob and cry. But now it has become more expressive, or if I may say, more explosive in nature. And I dare would say that it was because of the kind of more explicit content that kids have access to right now.
The technology is neutral. So apart from when and how much time is spent online, experts say what really affects children's behavior is the type of content they're tapping on.